In 2021, there was the PlayStation Showcase, which revealed all sorts of upcoming titles for the PlayStation 5. We got Knights of the Old Republic Remake, Project Eve, Forspoken, that didn't end well, Alan Wake Remaster, GTA 5 again, Ghostwire Tokyo, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection for PC and PS5, Marvel's Wolverine, Gran Turismo 7 also had a problem, and Marvel Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok. Lots of amazing stuff, but ever since then, people wondered when is the next PlayStation Showcase because in 2022 they didn't have one. Instead, they had more State of Plays, which people don't really seem to like that much because they don't really have any hard hitters often. Sometimes they do, but often they don't. But earlier this week, we had the PlayStation Showcase of 2023, and oh my goodness, it was absolutely mid. However, there are some cool stuff to get out of the presentation, so I picked some announcements out. Let's take a look at them. So I think the first thing we can talk about is Final Fantasy XVI. So Final Fantasy XVI did get what I would suppose would be its final major trailer. There might be a launch trailer, an accolades trailer, but before that, the story trailer, basically introducing the story of the game. Now remember, Final Fantasy will be the first M-rated Final Fantasy, which is big because there has never really been one before. Yes, there is Stranger of Paradise, but that is not mainline. Other than that, the story looks really amazing. They showed even more gameplay. Dude, it looks insane. It looks like it might be one of the best Final Fantasies, like a top 5 Final Fantasy mainline game. And for me, I've played 6, 7 Remake, and 10, and I do want to play 9 at some point. But Final Fantasy 16 is just incredible. I don't really have much to say. We've talked about this game several times, and I'm just looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I do not have a PS5, but I do hope it comes out on PC at some point in the future. But yeah, moving on, we have the sequel to Ghostrunner. I love Ghostrunner. The first game was a fun time. It's not too long, anyone can finish it in a few days or so, and it's just a very fast-paced cyberpunk action with platforming elements, and well, they're adding a sequel, and in the sequel, there are some new stuff they're adding. Blatantly, as you can see here, there is the motorbike, and come on, motorbike can always make things better, right? Well, for Ghostrunner, definitely. Also, you got some new mechanics in terms of the weapons, and that there's really not much else to say. It's just a 1-minute trailer. But I'm letting you know about this game because you just should play the first one also, if you're curious about this. Definitely check out the first game. It's on basically all platforms, and yeah, definitely play Ghostrunner. And not only that, there is a story. On Steam it says it tells the story of a world that has already ended and its inhabitants who fight to survive. And it blends science fiction with post-apocalyptic themes. So if all of these are something that you would think that you enjoy, then yeah, buy Ghostrunner. And if you like it, get ready for the sequel. Let's take a break from the games and talk about Project Q. Project Q is their new sort of tech for the PlayStation 5. Their new sort of advancement or new feature or new way to play PlayStation 5 games. And what is this? Dude, it's just a Wii U, but it's streamed. I do not know what they were thinking, and looking at the like to dislike ratio on this, I'm like, yeah, no wonder. This is not really something that people want, and if this is something that's supposed to people are just, dude, I don't even know what to say. People are just looking at this and are they're trying to be the Wii U, or, oh my goodness, this makes me love my Steam Deck even more. I don't see the point of this. Again, you don't have to buy this if you don't want to, but I'm not sure, when you look at it from a marketing standpoint, who exactly is looking for this? And not only that, is this really, something you want to create? Is this something that's going to help you a lot in the long run? Why not just try and make something that would actually rival, the Nintendo Switch or the Steam Deck? But no, you got this Project Q streaming device. Other than that, they revealed some new earbuds. They look pretty cool. I guess people could use them. I like the way they have that nice design. But yeah, earbuds will be earbuds. Okay, that was a weird trailer. Let's go back to the games. Let's talk about Towers of Aghasba. This game looks stunning. I love the art style of this game, and I love how the game looks. And I also love the whole surrealism. This looks like it's going to have a really good story also, just the way they assess things, and they show how the characters interact in the trailer. And as far as from the gameplay aspect, well, it says it is an action-adventure game. there is some sort of building aspect, and like, you know, you can like grow things. Looks like you have to get really creative in this game to get far. And of course, there's gliding, there's riding other animals. It just looks so full of life. I think that's the best way to interpret this trailer. And yeah, please do not compare this game to Breath of the Wild. That's all I ask you. But I am going to keep an eye on this because it is an indie game, and you know, there's always going to be that one indie game that stands out in these presentations. And well, it doesn't come out for a while. It comes out in 2024, but I would definitely say you should look after this game and see what's happening. Now, one of the announcements that absolutely got everybody excited was Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Now, what is Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater? Well, you remember that Metal Gear Solid 3 remake rumor? It's basically that. And you know, it's funny because, as you can see here in this trailer, no one really predicted that it would be Snake from this. Maybe some people did, but for me, I didn't really think it'd be Metal Gear until they showed his face at the end. I thought it'd just be some interesting new idea about animals, and then they just showed Snake's face at the end, and I'm like, oh my goodness. It actually is what I think it is, and it is the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Not only that, there is going to be a trilogy collection, which will be available on PlayStation, so if you do have those platforms, today is a good day for you. I've never actually played a Metal Gear Solid game myself. I know that's crazy for someone who like really loves video games, but don't worry, I promise you that is going to change this year. I will make sure that happens. Alright, let's talk about another indie game. This is Sword of the Sea by the creators of Aghasba, The Pathless, and Journey. So this is their next step, Sword of the Sea. So what is Sword of the Sea? Well, in this game, it says surf across the surreal, undulating landscapes of the necropolis on a quest to unveil a lost ocean teeming with life in Sword of the Sea. So it's a surfing game on the desert, and it also involves the ocean. So let's put all those together, and we have what is going to be somehow this is just going to be another banger from them. You know, they take these very simple concepts and they just put it together and they put a beautiful art style on it, and it just works. So yeah, Sword of the Sea. That's really all there is to say about this trailer, so definitely check out the other games. I definitely got to check out the other games from them as well. And let's go on to the next one. And now, the biggest announcement, Marvel Spider-Man 2. I was waiting a long time to see what this game is going to look like, as it was revealed in the last PlayStation Showcase in 2021. And what did it show us? Well, it showed Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and Venom. And well, here we are. Earlier this week, they revealed the first ever gameplay, well, the first ever trailer after the first one, and it looks fantastic. It starts off by showing us Kraven the Hunter, which is big, because Kraven the Hunter is a very iconic villain in the Spider-Man universe. And well, looks like he's going to have a lot of impact in this game, but it only begins there, because after that, when they actually show the gameplay, they show Spider-Man with the symbiote, the black suit, and they didn't even just change like combat or anything, or like aesthetics. They literally changed his voice. Like, just take a listen to this.
He's gonna wish he never came to New York.
Absolutely insane. And this mission continues onward, and you can see that the gameplay has improved and that they added new sort of features to its combat, and they switched to Miles Morales here. So in this game you're going to be able to switch between Miles Morales and Peter Parker, which is great. And it also is something I expected. Like, this is a very easy prediction. And that's good, because that's the exact type of game design they should go for in this sequel. Marvel Spider-Man is one of my favorite games of all time, and I absolutely love the Miles Morales game as well. And now, with this sequel, they're going to put both of them together, and, you know, I have always wondered, like, the first Spider-Man game was so good, and how could you make it even better? And looks like they are going to figure out a way. So, this fall, Spider-Man 2 will release. Again, I do not have a PS5, so either I cave in and buy a PS5, or I wait for the PC version. Let me know how you are going to play this, whether you're going to get the PS5 version, or you will wait for a PC version. But yeah, now that Tears of the Kingdom has released, this is my most anticipated game of the year. And that's all I have to say for this video. So, the PlayStation Showcase this year was nowhere near as good as the one in 2021. It was okay, I guess. And even then, a lot of people are just straight up hating on this presentation. I mean, you got some good stuff. So I just want to talk about some of the announcements that struck me while I was watching this. I did watch this live. So let me know what your favorite announcements were from this PlayStation Showcase, and tell me about whether you like this showcase or not, and whether this actually got you interested in what's coming this year, or next year for games, or got you interested in a PlayStation 5 in general. That's all for now, and I will see you next time.